Ladies and gentlemen, today we have found the very first ShowHauler Adventure Line, a brand new 2026 coach from ShowHauler. We're with Ryan from ShowHauler. How are you doing today, sir?
Doing good, Andrew. How about yourself?
Well, excellent. I've been really excited to see the Adventure Line in person. We finally got our hands on it, and I know ShowHauler's doing a lot of stuff different than other Super C RV companies out there, like your sidewall construction, and ShowHauler's had a long time in the industry building these Super C motorhomes. How long has ShowHauler been in the RV industry?
ShowHauler's been building motor coaches for the last 25 years. Those coaches up until this point have all been one of one. They've all been custom rigs. This is our first production vehicle, so we're very excited to bring it to market and very excited to partner with the Motor Coach store and start showing off the Adventure by ShowHauler series.
And one of the things that really impresses me about ShowHauler is this has aluminum sidewalls. So what's different about the construction with ShowHauler compared to other RVs out there?
Good question. There's a big difference. So we do have aluminum skin on the exterior. What you don't see right here is behind that is tubular steel framework throughout the whole coach. So that means your sidewalls, your back wall, your ceiling, all of the structure that's underneath of the chassis, the whole floor, it's all tubular steel. So it's built to last, built like a tank, and it's very, very durable. What we feel is the most durable Super C motor coach out there in the industry today. Right here, I brought a sample from the factory in Middlebury to show you guys what the difference is with the ShowHauler. I had mentioned before, we have the aluminum skin. It's an 063 aluminum sheet that is on the exterior. That tubular steel structure is very strong, and it is a lot different than what a lot of our competitors in the marketplace do. So these are built to last, they're durable, and it's a very, very strong construction process. Everything is all tubular steel and it's all welded together.
How far apart are these steel beams?
Every 16-inch on center.
Wow, that's a lot of steel in this rig.
There's a lot of steel in it. So you have your spray foam insulation. That is going to be your main insulator for all the Adventure Series rigs, and it's never going to lose its R value. It's always going to be a great insulator for the life of this motor coach. You also have a 7/16 structure wood. So again, that's a really, really durable material. You have Reflectix insulation right here, which is going to be like an astrofoil, which adds another layer of R value. And it also helps with sound deadening and just making it a better insulated coach. For the side view here, you have our fur out process, which is our stud work, and this is where we run all of our wire chases and where we can run a lot of the wire harnesses for our sidewalls through this coach here. Then you have a layer of Luan that's all smoothed out, sanded down, and then the luxury padded foam material is used in all of our ceilings, and it's also used on all of our sidewalls. So all of this in combination gives us what we feel is the best construction process in luxury Super C motor coaches today.
And this is the same type of process you've been using on your custom-built ShowHaulers up to this point?
Yes, it is. Yeah, we've always used tubular steel construction, and that's really what allows us to have multiple million-mile vehicles out there. We have some of our first custom ShowHauler rigs still on the road today.
I know a lot of people at the racetracks are running around in these ShowHaulers, and ShowHauler has an incredible name as being the gold standard in the Super C industry.
Yes.
Now this is on the Freightliner Cascadia chassis.
All of our Adventure by ShowHauler trucks are going to be built on the Freightliner Cascadia chassis. That's the 15.6 liter Detroit diesel, the DD16. It's a 600 horsepower chassis, 1,850 foot-pounds of torque. So it's got tons and tons of power on this chassis. You can tow 30,000 from the ball, or you can tow 40,000 from a Pentel hitch with this, which gives us best-in-class towing performance for all of the Super C motor coaches out there.
Yeah, if you're towing a stacker trailer, no better way to do it. Now, you were talking about they did some updates on the front cap here. Now, I know ShowHauler's built a lot of Super C motorhomes over the last 25 years, but what else is new for the Adventure line?
One thing new for the Adventure line is our new fiberglass aero cap. It was important for us in designing it to not only be able to utilize storage up there, but we have two different options up there. Above the cab, you can have storage like this 4501 has, or you can have a flip-up bed. To have that dual purpose was really important for us to make sure we're able to meet customer demand and needs for what they wanted.
Now, I know safety is really important for Super C owners. What's the latest and greatest safety technology on this rig?
So this is equipped with the Detroit Assurance Package. So it's going to have active lane assist, it's going to have a side departure warning, it's going to have the technology built in to actually brake or slow down to help give the driver more time to react to any problems they're having out on the road. It's a very sophisticated safety system that this one is equipped with.
Yeah, and then I know you just having that big motor out front, a lot of the Super C owners really appreciate that extra security there.
Yeah, some folks prefer to have the engine compartment in front of them. They like the way that it handles it like a really large SUV, like a big Escalade or like a big Suburban or something like that. But there are a lot of folks that do like having the engine compartment for the safety standpoint in there rather than just a windshield.
Yes, sir, and I want to talk about your battery system, because I know that's something you put a lot of effort into. And real quick, before we take a look at the battery systems in here, I've got to compliment this exterior paint job. Very rich. I would say these are motor coach store colors with the black, gold, and white. You've got some cool patterns, some drop shadows.
Yes.
Was there an inspiration for this paint design?
Yeah, this one is our Momentum design. So right now we have two different kind of design packages for the Adventure series. So the Momentum is going to be a little more linear in design, a little bit more contemporary, a little more modern. Then we also have something called the Deluxe, which Deluxe is going to be more like a classic motor coach with some swoops and swooshes in the design.
Now I know the Adventure line, you know, you've got two different floor plans.
Yes.
How many different color combinations do folks have the options of if they're building one of these and ordering one of these custom spec?
We've got 28 different color packages.
Wow.
So we've got a slate gray, we've got a glacier white, then we have 6 different ghost packages, and then we have the other remaining number of the tricolor options. So we've got a wide variety of different paint schemes to select from.
Yeah, very cool, and I'm really looking forward to showing the folks the interior. This is not the old ShowHaulers that we're used to seeing, totally different design.
Very unique look to it, the higher slide boxes and the increased window size. It really gives a wide open feel to it.
Yes, sir, and then going into the front bay here, this is something I got excited about. Looks like some Battleborn lithium batteries here. What's the power system in this coach?
Our power system with this is, these are Battleborn GC3 batteries. They're 270 amp hours each. It's a total of 1,620 amp hours. There's a massive battery bank in this, and this is standard for us. So that's a big thing. We went all in because we know that a lot of our buyers over the past few years gravitated towards going to the lithium batteries, and we jumped right in with that. And our inverter system, we have 2 3K Victron inverters. Your air conditioners 1 and 3 will both run off of this battery bank. If you wanted to be energy independent, you know, you weren't plugged into shore power, or you didn't want to run your own 12.5 generator.
Yes, sir, and it looks like I'm seeing regular traditional batteries here. Are these the chassis batteries in the same compartment?
Yes, these are the chassis or the truck batteries right here. So we have 3 of those will be standard on all of our trucks, and then the 6 270 amp hours.
Yeah, now I like the push button bay doors. How long has ShowHauler been using that push button technology on their bay doors?
This is brand new for us right now. So the doors themselves are actually built by ShowHauler, but it is a MORIDE mechanism that we use for those.
Okay, I know a lot of the other RV companies have been using those for a few years now. So piggybacking on that research and development from the rest of the RV industry, and I know you guys are out of Middlebury, Indiana, where all the different suppliers for all these cool little parts and pieces are. So
absolutely,
a lot of access to that stuff. Now you mentioned 2 3,000 watt inverters, and I know you're probably doing a little storage. What's all going on? Or actually, maybe this is stuff that comes with the coach. What's all going on down here?
Yeah, what we have here is the sewer kit. And this is the 2 parts for the sewer kit for each one of your black tank drains that can hook to your macerator system, your SaniCon system. The 12 volt, 2 3,000 watt inverters. We have our breakers in here. We have our manifold, your charge controllers in here. All Victron, which is a company we've had great success with on the custom side. They're easy to work on and easy to work with. We even have our EQ system in here for our hydraulic leveling system.
I know Newell Coach just started using Victron inverters as well, and those are, $2.7 million coaches, so a lot to be said about that. And I know a lot of the really techie RV owners that I've talked to out there really appreciate what Victron is doing.
We've seen them in high-end motor coaches and in the yachting communities. They build great stuff that's going into very high-end products everywhere.
Yes, sir. And you mentioned that the bay doors here. I've got to show everybody real quick. This is the generator bay, but look at the ease of opening and closing, very robust. And I'm assuming this is that same aluminum construction like the rest of the coach?
Yeah, it's the 063 aluminum skin is our exterior. This is all perimeter, steel, tubular steel frame too, so it's all very, very strong.
Yes, sir. Then a 12.5 kW generator, so big boy generator to go with that lithium system as well?
Absolutely. The 12.5 Onan generator is going to be a standard for us on all of the adventure rigs.
And what's the diesel fuel tank capacity on this coach? And does the generator run off of the same diesel fuel tank as the chassis does?
Yes, our fuel tank size is 120 gallon tanks. This generator does run off of the diesel. The DEF tank capacity is 13 gallons, and 120 gallon fuel tank, you have a really great mile range, over 900 miles probably.
Wow. So what type of fuel mileage does one of these get?
You'd probably be looking at 8 to 9 miles per gallon. If you do have a stacker trailer, that probably drops to 6 or 7. But that's pretty efficient considering everything, taking the size and the weight of what you would be pulling and the size of this rig too.
And what's the weight of this rig?
This one's right at 46,000 pounds unloaded, and loaded up it would be at like 58,000.
Okay, yes sir, that makes sense.
In this area here, we have the black tank flush and the Sanacon macerator for our half bath. In the hallway that leads back to the main bedroom here.
Super clean the way they have the black tank flush machined in there. Very easy to read and just a very industrial feel to it.
With everything being laser etched with this, a little bit of an improvement. We don't have to worry about any stickers being crooked or stickers falling off with this, because that'll last just like that forever.
This panel will probably outlast all of us.
Probably will. Probably
yes, sir.
will.
And then coming back here, looks like our power 50 amp shore cord and power hose reel all housed in this same compartment.
So that's your city water connection or your shore power, and that's, like you mentioned before, that's all on a power reel. And then we have here to our whole coach water filter system.
Then come back here, we've got the plumbing bay here in the rear of the coach.
Yes, back here, this is the main water system access for the whole coach. So just starting with this, the water pump for the entire interior tank system of the coach, because I don't know if I've talked about it yet, you'll notice that one of these says auxiliary water pump. So this one is equipped with an option of an extra 100-gallon water tank.
Wow.
So not only do we have 150 gallons of water underneath the bed, with this one, this has got an extra 100-gallon water tank that's between the rails. So this one has 250 gallons of fresh water to it.
Wow, that's some serious dry camping potential. And then what about gray and black tanks to go with that?
So with this one, since it has the 2 toilets, it has 2 black tanks, and each one of those are 72 gallons.
Wow.
And then the gray tank is 72 gallons.
Huge holding tank capacity.
Yeah, best in class tank capacities from what we've seen so far out there in the marketplace.
Yes, sir. Then I see a little hose bib out here if you want to maybe hook up a power washer or a hose to wash the dog off. And then we've got a little outside shower. I guess you've got your outside shower built in to wash the dog off back here.
We sure do. Yeah, hot or cold.
Yeah, super clean too. Just, opening and closing this little compartment. There's all those little details where
Yes.
you really feel that ShowHauler quality. And then coming around here to the back of the coach, I was excited to get back here because what a stunning look here. I've never seen this, assuming all new redesigned rear end here.
This is all new for us. So this is the 3-piece cap system. So we have the lower piece, the top piece, and then we have the spoiler up top. And I wanted to talk about the spoiler a little bit because that has really helped with the aerodynamics of this rig. You almost get a little bit of a push from the back as this is going down the road, and it's just got a really beautiful look to it too. This almost looks like the back end of a sports car with the way that these hockey sticks are kind of tied in with our lighting. A lot of engineering and design time has went into this, and we're really happy with the way it looks.
Yes, sir. I've seen a lot of Super C motorhomes, and usually I wouldn't say that they're sexy, but that's a great looking rear end with all those curves. No other Super C coach on the road looks anything like this. And then one of the biggest selling points is that huge hitch. You said 40,000 or 30,000 pound towing capacity?
Yeah. So from the ball, we have a 30,000 towing capacity, but from a pintle hitch, you're going to have a 40,000 pound towing capacity, which again is best in class. There's nobody that's coming close to that capacity. So we're really proud of the performance of what this vehicle can actually do in the field too.
And then for braking for your trailers, I know you've got a pretty heavy duty trailer you're towing behind. Is there a braking setup here?
Yeah, you have glad hand connections right back here. And if you would want to have electric being ran to your stacker trailer, you have your 50 amp connection back here too.
A 50 amp, not 30 amp.
Correct, 50. Yep. Back here we have our Oasis NE water system. So this is your hydronic heater. This is going to act like a big boiler for the whole coach. So this will push the water or the antifreeze mixture of water to all of your different heat exchangers. This is a 50,000 BTU furnace and boiler. This is going to be your furnace for your heating your living areas. This is going to be your water heater for the whole coach. And this also has an electric built-in heater to it as well.
Okay. Now I know this coach has heated floors. Are those going to be electric heated floors or off the hydronic?
It's electric heated floors,
Okay.
not off. That doesn't have anything to do with the hydronic heating system. For the Oasis system, we also have the engine heat ran from that system as well. Back here in this bay, what we have is the water pump for the ancillary tank that sits between the rails. So that is the water pump for that extra 100-gallon water tank that sits between the rails right there. A little extra storage left in there too. Moving over here, we've got our cooler and freezer. The GE profile. That's nice to keep some cold drinks on hand. All underneath the awning, of course, and right underneath your 43-inch TV. You have the clip soundbar with that, and it's, of course, a smart TV, so you can get the tailgate party going pretty quickly out here.
Yeah, absolutely. You mentioned the awnings. Can we put those awnings out?
Let's do it.
And while you're doing that, I want to point out this GE profile refrigerator is a much more modern refrigerator than some of the previous. Do you know if this is a new model for this year, or?
I believe that is a new design, yes.
First time I've seen this design yet, and I see a lot of coaches.
I'm sure you do.
Yeah, I know that Girard awning option is extremely expensive.
Yes.
Those are coming out in sync. Those have some nice LED lighting on the face of the awning. Now, does this have an option to have the batwing awnings on both sides?
That is one of the options that we have available with the Adventure line.
Yeah, the awnings go almost the entire length of the chassis here. Now, we do have the slide rooms in right now, so when those come out, it will take up a little bit of our under awning space here,
Yes.
but still just a lot of space. So
Yeah, no rain delay for the party out here. Tons of under awning space under here. With these bay doors here, you have a full area where this carries on from this bay to the other side. So you actually have something that's kind of rare for Super Cs, is you have a large dedicated outdoor space, which not many of our competitors will have, the area that is this wide open. With the chassis running through the center of the coach, you won't have the same type A or bus style pass-through storage, but this is a lot of space that we have here in this area.
yes, sir. And I'm noticing the door on this Super C is more towards the front. Some of the show haulers I've seen in the past are more of a mid-entry. There's different door placements. Is this the fixed door placement for the Adventure line?
Yes, it is. This is the 4501 floor plan. Our next floor plan is the bunkhouse. That's the 45BB, but both of those will be front entry.
And who knows, future Adventure lines, maybe we'll see a mid-entry at some point down the road. You never know.
You never know. You know, it might be something we're working on right now. The way we build things, we use a higher quality front door, minimize some of the road noise too.
Well, it has a look to it, even the way the blinds are here on the front. I want to open and close this.
Yes.
I know a lot of you are probably seeing a little sneak preview. I'm excited to show you guys on the inside here, but yeah, that's a real robust door. Now, is this an aluminum door as well, like the sidewalls?
Yes, this will be aluminum skin on this one as well. Same 063 aluminum skin.
Nice.
Yeah, very, very durable, very rigid door. That gives a great seal, so it helps minimize the road noise.
Yes, sir. Now, before we go to the interior of this coach, everyone out there probably wants to know what the price is. What is the current MSRP on this coach?
$965,000 is the MSRP on this coach.
Under $1 million, a Super C motorhome on the Freightliner Cascadia chassis with aluminum sidewalls, tubular steel construction.
Yes.
A lot of value here. I'm really excited to show the folks the interior of this coach. I think they're going to like it, but you talked a little bit about the slide rooms that they use. Can you tell us a little bit more about these slide rooms?
Yes, we've used the Liftco slide systems for over 20 years. There's a reason we continue to use them. We have a very low warranty claim or failure rate with these. They run like a top. They're very durable. They last a long time, and it's something we're going to continue to use because it's been such a solid product for us.
And did I hear you correctly earlier when you said you can run the slide rooms outside from your phone?
Yes, you can. This is the Liftco slide system. This arm kind of swings in and it kind of swings out. It almost acts like a pendulum, if you will. Like I had mentioned before, it's a very, very durable product. So that's why we've used it in the Adventure series, because it's been such a successful part for us with the custom line for a number of years.
But I want to point out it's not too deep of a slide room here, so we're not really losing a ton of patio space, even with this forward slide in the out position.
Yes.
And then also, it's super easy to access your storage in your bays here. I barely have to, duck down. I can almost reach it standing upright, and you're not, you're gonna have to bend into here to get stuff, but you're not bending, another foot or so underneath the slide room. That's gonna make life a lot easier for the end user. I'm looking forward to showing the interior, but towards the end of the video, we'll make sure to show you what the coach looks like with the slide rooms in, but let's take a quick look inside. ShowHauler knocked it out of the park with this interior design, totally different than what we've seen in any Super C motorhomes out there. Was there an inspiration for this design, or how did they come up with this?
The inspiration was for a really refined, polished look, a little bit more contemporary and a little more modern design than what ShowHaulers had in the past. Bright is one of the things that we had heard when we were talking to experienced RVers, and a lot of people like the brightness of a decor like this that really pops.
Yeah, definitely, and the way you did the lighting as well, that was the first thing that drew my eye in with the straight line lighting. Reminds me of some of the $2-3 million coaches out there. This floor plan is kind of more of a front than a mid-entry. The entry's behind the cab.
This is our 4501. This is our first floor plan. It's a 4-slide coach, and it's a front door entry. One thing that people like about this floor plan is you have like the cross conversational seating. So you have your theater seating right across from your TV, but then you also have the trifold sofa right across from there for some extra sleeping for folks as well. The second floor plan that we'll be coming out with is the 45BB, and that's also a front entry door. But that one happens to be a bunkhouse. This one's more of what we'll call a couples coach. It's got the full bath and a half bath, but the second floor plan, the 45BB, will have 2 full bathrooms.
Nice, yeah. I'm a big fan of that 2 full bathroom floor plan.
Absolutely, very popular.
Yes, sir. Now, the colors and the design here, is this a specific color palette, or what are the different options of different colors in the Adventure line?
So right now in the Adventure line, we have 2 color palettes. We have Quiet Luxury, which is going to be our brighter decor with white and tan accents, and then we'll have one that's darker. The darker one is more of like a charcoal cabinetry. It almost comes off as a black finish. It does have some wood grain to it as you walk around. It comes off kind of black right at first, but it's very rich and really good looking decor. At this time we have the lighter decor and we have a dark decor. And the ones we have here at the Motor Coach store are the lighter decor, the Quiet Luxury.
Okay, and that makes sense, just keeping it simple so you can streamline that production process and keep costs down. And I know getting to this price point, folks have the highest level of expectations. What are some of the things that you're doing in this coach to command a premium?
We have really high-end cabinetry all throughout, dovetail construction with all of our drawers, and this is made by a very high-end residential cabinet maker in Middlebury, Indiana, all Amish craftsmanship, very high-end cabinetry, and all of our finishes, whether it be the tiles and the quartz countertops, everything is really, really high-end. Even our shower doors, it's very low iron in our shower glass, very thick, high rate of transparency, and all of our brass gold hardware in here has definitely been upgraded. There's a cost with that.
Yes, sir. Coming back up to the cockpit area, I love the style of the chairs here with the 2-tone inlay.
Yes.
And it's almost kind of like a V symbol here. What is the significance of this emblem here that's stitched into the captain's chairs there?
That's our Adventure Series logo. So
okay.
Adventure by ShowHauler. It's our first product line that we've ever made here at ShowHauler after 25 years of doing all custom trucks. This is our first production vehicle. So the Adventure by ShowHauler V, this is the logo that you'll come to recognize.
Well, really cool, and I can imagine all of those cool ShowHauler owners over the years have challenged you and your team to do lots of cool little stuff like that, like the embroidery. So I'm sure we're going to see a lot of cool ideas throughout this coach that your ShowHauler owners brought to your attention.
Absolutely. Everything with this product is not just necessarily developed right away within the past year or so. It's from a collection of the last 2 decades plus of learning the ins and outs and you know, definitely standing on the shoulders of the ShowHauler signature or custom brand, and because obviously we've learned a lot from building coaches for over 2 decades.
Yes, sir. Well, you know, really exciting to be able to see the early versions of the Adventure line. Now, coming up to the cockpit area up here, this is the standard Freightliner Cascadia chassis, but can you show us around up front here?
Yes, yeah, so we have the ultra leather seats, and it's going to be the same fabric that is on theater seating and the trifold sofa.
You mentioned this is more of a couples coach, but is there an option to have this as a bunk area, or is this always going to be kind of this pass-through space here?
We do have an option for the cab over area.
Okay.
So this one is storage, but we do have a flip-up bunk that's available, and that will be coming with coach number 3 here at the Motor Coach store. This one happens to be more of a couple design.
And is that going to be an option on the bunk model as well, or so both floor plans have that option either way?
Yes, sir. Yeah, each one of our floor plans in the Adventure line will have that option of storage or the flip-up bed above the cab.
Yeah, and I look forward to seeing that third coach to see how much, you know, space, you know, ingress and egress out of this cockpit is really important.
Yes.
Especially when you're driving down the road and you want to stop and use your restroom or make a sandwich back there. Really nice to have that extra headroom. But can you show us more in the cockpit area here?
Yes, so we don't have the bed area in here, but if you were to have that bed, it would be on a strut and would just kind of flip up in this area. Up here in the cockpit area, you can toggle through the gauges, the cab, chassis, lighting, any of the controls for all that, which makes it all really convenient right there on the touchscreen, right in your cockpit, right next to the steering wheel. We have the Voyager 360 camera that will give you 360-degree views of what's going on around the coach.
Oh, wow, that's really cool. Now, they don't have the paint job, though. That's just a non-painted ShowHauler, it looks like, but it's showing, you know, what's going on in the showroom here. Now, because the slide rooms are out, I think it kind of distorts the image a little bit?
It impedes it. When we get outside, we would be able to get a better shot of the actual footage of that.
Awesome.
And obviously all of your instrument panel for your light test, utility lights, your footwell, interlocking axles, all of your things are here all very nicely labeled to remove any guesswork of how to operate this truck.
That's a big updated digital dash. Do you know what year Freightliner started using that dash for the Cascadia chassis?
I think it's 19.
It's been out for a few years now. We just don't see a lot of them. You don't see
Yes.
too many of these new Cascadia chassis out there.
Your steering wheel has tilt and telescope, air ride seats that swivel, which a lot of people with a floor plan like this, especially with the cross conversational seating, they really do like that aspect of it.
Yeah, and I see on the steering wheel there, the standard Freightliner steering wheel controls, very similar to what we see in the Daimler product, which is going to be Mercedes-Benz or Chrysler, so kind of congruent to a lot of other vehicles out there. Folks are going to be able to have that muscle memory of driving a Mercedes or a Jeep Cherokee, all kinds of different cars. Coming back into the coach area, I'm noticing no carpets on the slide room as well. Now, are these heated tile floors?
Yes, heated tile floors throughout. Two different zones of heating. You have a kind of the front half and the back half, and you have a temperature selector like 1 through 5. You can select that through the 3 touch panels that you have on here, or you can control the heated floor from your phone too.
Okay, and you mentioned that this sofa does turn into sleeping?
Yes, yeah, this is a tri-fold hide-to-bed sofa, memory foam. It's very comfortable.
Yes, sir.
It's all Villa furniture, so Villa furniture throughout for our dinettes, the theater seating, and the tri-fold sofa.
Now, does the dinette turn into sleeping at all?
That one does not, no.
No,
that's the quartz table, so it's really heavy duty.
I like what they did here with the USB ports,
Yes.
and I think we should try to show everyone. You're 6'5", I'm 6'2".
Yes.
You know, you can have a couple big guys here. Definitely have room for a couple more people very comfortably here. Cup holders built in, USB, and then USB-C as well there, it looks like.
That one pops up for extra 110 outlets, and you have the lightning and the regular USB ports there too.
Nice. So we have this huge window. The blinds are closed right now, but
Yes.
is it power blinds, or what are the shades in this coach?
Yeah, power blinds. They're MCD power blinds. That comes with a remote for easy control of them. You have different channels you can toggle through, whether you want the full night shade or if you want just the day shades to come down. You can control that through the remote, or there's little toggle buttons right up there in the top right-hand corner where you can control that as well.
Oh, okay. So, these little buttons right here?
Yes.
Oh, I didn't even realize that.
Yep.
Oh, very cool.
Yep.
I like that. That's something I don't know if I've seen in other coaches. You know, a lot of the coaches, you know, some people prefer to press a remote, but nice to be able, if you're sitting here and that, you know, sunlight's coming through on the back of your head, you don't have to get up and get a panel, just press that button to put that down. And I have to compliment too, I like that there's no cabinets overhead here. You've got a very tall slide room.
That was one focus with this brand. We wanted to maximize the size of our windows to try to have these huge panoramic views. And sometimes when you have overhead cabinets, that can kind of limit the size of the window and the height of the window, letting the natural light in, and was a big focus of keeping the windows large.
And one of the big advantages of the ShowHauler is the headroom in here as well. We didn't talk about that, but I'm 6'2". I'm not even touching the ceiling flat-handed.
Yes.
What's the headroom in this?
91 inches.
Huge.
Yes, very, very tall in here. Well over 7 foot tall headroom. So it gives a nice spacious feel with the taller slide boxes, the windows, and the taller interior height helps a lot with that as well.
Yeah, definitely. I know a lot of the taller guys out there really love these. Now, coming into the galley area here, what's all going on in the galley?
So in the galley, we have the GE Cafe appliances throughout. So it has a matte black type of finish to it. So it has a real high-end and unique look to it. So the convection microwave is going to be a standard. This one happens to have an optional dishwasher. So not all of them will get this, but this one's loaded up with the optional dishwasher. Over here we have a great looking refrigerator. Again, GE Cafe for the refrigerator. It has a nice rich look to it with all the hardware matching the rest of the cabinetry throughout, so it just gives a unique look.
And I really like that contrast with the light and dark. And I think this is the first motorhome dishwasher I've seen that's not Fisher Paykel.
Yes.
GE Cafe dishwasher as well, so a little more high-end dishwasher. Is there a reason that you chose that appliance over the Fisher Paykel?
Yes, we chose this one over the Fisher Paykel, so everything matched in here. So we had symmetry and we had the same brand throughout. The True Induction cooktop is a really nice cooktop that's very popular in our space. We have our Delta sink. We have American Standard faucets. We have a nice workstation sink under here with the grates and drains and different things going on here. So that makes it easy to use and dry off all of your utensils or plates quickly.
You mentioned these are a real high-end countertop.
Yes,
what
quartz.
quartz? So
Yes.
like what we're seeing in the $3 million coaches.
Absolutely, yeah. It's a very thick quartz countertop. It's a very high grade in quality. It pulls the golds and also some of the grays and some of the darker tones from the GE Cafe appliances.
Now, one of my concerns here is storage. I'm not seeing, overhead cabinets. I'm not seeing a lot of spots for storage. What type of storage do we have in the galley and salon area here?
So we have a nice big bank of drawers here.
All dovetail construction. I like what they did with the two-tone on the dovetail construction. It's a little bit different coloring than what we see on some of the other motorhomes out there. Real deep drawer. Is that soft close, it looks like?
Soft close drawers and cabinet doors throughout. Nice area for a trash can right here. We have some nice under sink storage too. It's got a nice clear coat finish on it, showing off that natural wood grain, which has a real nice look to it. Got the flip down for the scrubbers and scrapers right there for the dishwashers. Some nice overhead sink storage right here. Again, that's all shot with a clear coat and shows off that natural maple wood grain in there, which looks real high end.
I like the soft close on the cabinets too?
Yes.
Nice. I like it. It's like a matte white, really nice finish on the cabinets there.
For more storage in the dinette area or in this area, if you're looking for more storage for whether it be board games or blankets, you have a little bit of storage underneath here. You have some more storage underneath this one. Underneath this dinette here, there's going to be a subwoofer that ties in with the rest of your audio system. So you have your clip sound bars with the 50-inch screen here. In the bedroom, you have a 43-inch TV with a sound bar. You have the subwoofer here, and then you have on the exterior another sound bar with a 43-inch TV for your exterior entertainment.
And I'll come back to the middle of the coach. I like this accent wall, kind of an art wall with an art recess, with beautiful tile work there.
Yes, we wanted to make this one of the focal points to kind of show off this mosaic tile design that we have here. And with the different shelves we have in here, we have that all tied in with our RGBW lighting too, so you can kind of toggle through and show the different lights that we have throughout.
Very cool. I think that's something new we haven't seen in the motorhome industry yet. I mean, they've done a lot of cool stuff with RGB lighting,
yes,
but I haven't seen a direct art wall with RGB lighting. Very cool.
Yeah, we're very proud of this. We think it turned out really cool, and you have a little bit of this mosaic tile over here on this side too. I think it adds a lot to the whole look of the coach. So here in the galley area, talking about storage, this pantry's mammoth, and it's got tons of storage on the inside. So as you open this up, you have the nice maple shelving right here attached to the cabinet door. Very, very solid. Over here on this side, on the left side of the cabinetry, you have the same thing going on. More shelving right here, and because this is a deep area, we did some a little bit of a different type of storage solution in there. So this opens up so you can reach back here and access all of this stuff really nicely.
Yeah, really cool, different design than what we've seen in any other motorhomes out there.
So you have a magnet, a really powerful magnet that helps lock all that in place when you're in transit. And then up top here, we have some of our electrical components. We have Starlink standard on all of our Adventure by ShowHauler trucks. So that's where you'll have a lot of your entertainment wiring, and then also your Starlink system.
It looks like washer and dryer next to that?
Yes, washer and dryer is an option, and this one is optioned out with Splendide washer and dryer. It's a very reliable brand, and that's why we went with the Splendide. More storage up here up top, some extra room for some extra blankets possibly.
Or laundry detergents, all that good stuff. But if someone wanted to opt to not have the washer and dryer, they would be opening up that huge space there for storage as well. So that is an option.
Absolutely, yes. You would have a lot more room for some taller storage, like for a sweeper or anything if you wanted to omit the washer or dryer. So here, this is going to be the master control for the rest of your whole coach. So you have your home screen, you have just focused on lighting, whether it be night lights, the main accent, sconce, dinette. You can control all of that right here from this panel. If you want to look down to your power system, you can come down and right here. Right now we're plugged into shore power, so you can see all of the powers going from the shore power to the transfer switch to the breaker box, charging up the inverter and the house batteries right there. We also have an Onan 12.5 generator that's going to be standard on all of our Adventure by ShowHauler rigs. And we have a massive battery bank. It's a total of 1,620 amp hours. So we have two of our ACs that are tied to the inverter, so you can run both of those off of your inverters and battery bank. If you wanted to be a little more energy independent and be out there at a festival, or you're someplace where you can't necessarily turn on your generator, or you don't have the shore power to plug into.
Yeah, and how many hours do you think you could run that for?
There's a lot of variables. Yeah. We do have 1,200 watts of solar panels out there, but I would think it'd be pretty easy in most conditions to get an easy 8 hours out of it.
Very cool.
Yeah, and all the while with those solar panels, you're going to be recharging, so it should be even more than that, most likely.
Unless it's a rainy day like today, but you're probably not going to need your ACs as much on a rainy day, so a little bit of balance there.
Right on, and if you needed to turn on the gen for just a little bit to recharge some things up, that would be pretty easily to do.
Yes, sir.
To do as well.
Now, will they charge off the alternator when the engine's running as well?
Yes, yeah, they will. So you have a 300 amp alternator, so that'll help charge everything up as well.
Yes, sir. Now, bath and a half coach here. What all's going on back here?
Back here in the half bath, we have our power center above the half bath. We have our fuse boxes up here, so everything's nicely labeled up here so you know what breakers you're switching. And then behind here, you have your full wiring schematic here. You have all of your numbers that are wired, all your wire harnesses. It's probably about 170 different wires. Every one of the wires is individually numbered and taped, so you can easily diagnose any problems as they may come up. Over here, these toggle switches that we have, those are toggle switches for the slide box. So if there would be a problem with, say, the Firefly system, this is a redundant system that was put in to make sure that we can still function the slide boxes, and you can get your slide boxes, whether in or out, to get back on the road or begin camping if you have some problems with the Firefly. We also have a manual override that you can use the crank to manually take the slide boxes in or out too if you needed to. So we have 3 different ways to control the slides in and out if needed.
Always good to have that redundancy there. You never know when you're going to need it, but that will come in handy at some point. So.
Absolutely. All of our bathrooms are going to have the max air vent fans. Here in this half bath area, you obviously have power blinds. You have a really nice sized medicine cabinet. Nice backsplash here. Beautiful looking sink. Again, quartz countertops. Your heat exchanger is going to be underneath the cabinetry there. So each one of our zones that we have here for heating and cooling, and each one of these thermal sensors is going to give you an accurate reading of what the temperature is in the front, the mid area, or the rear area of the coach that we have here. So that's nice to get accurate gauges of what's going on temperature-wise. Back here in the bedroom area, you got a really spacious RV king-size bed. So it's a 66-inch wide by 80-inch long, very comfortable. Got the beautiful crown molding and framework throughout the fascia here. Again, heated floors throughout this coach.
And I had a chance to go through the coach here a moment ago. I saw almost like a little secret compartment here. You know, we've got some good closet space, good hanging space here, but then also too, I believe this just kind of flips up. You got to have like the touch for it or know where to grab, but almost a secret closet with more hanging space there, and then a little flip down access to that compartment as well. Really clever design here.
Thank you. Yeah, extra room for hanging space, extra room for more blankets or anything that you might want to store, bed linens and all that under there.
Yes, sir. And then a Samsung TV with a clip soundbar back here as well.
Storage underneath here. We have a safe, will be standard on all of our Adventure Series coaches. Just more storage we have here.
Yeah, all dovetail construction again.
Yes, lots and lots of storage back here for extra clothes or anything that you may need. So more drawers back through here.
And then the bottom row is going to be a little bit deeper, larger drawers there.
More overhead storage above the bed, which is great. You have the nice sliding up here too. You have more light controls that are going to be over the bed. Also, you have auto gen start button that will be just over your bed, so you can control that.
And then I see a full-length mirror here, so when you're getting ready in your bedroom, you've got that. And then we still have a pretty good-sized rear bathroom here as well.
Yeah, massive size rear bathroom. The shower is a 36 by 47 inch shower, so almost 4 feet wide. And I'm 6'5", so it's so you can tell that it's got a lot of headroom in here. It's probably, I don't know, 6'10" tall in this shower. So beautiful tile throughout. You have the nice teak seat here as well, which is an option.
Yeah, and I've got to compliment that tile behind you with almost like a sunburst pattern to it. Totally different than anything I've seen, but just really came together nicely.
Thank you. Yeah, we're proud of the way it looks. I think we like some of the contrast that it has with this pattern versus the rectangles. Looks really sharp.
Yes, sir. And I noticed AC vented into the shower as well.
Yes, AC vented into the shower. You have your max air vent fan in here, and this, I don't know if I mentioned it earlier, but this is almost 4 foot wide. This is 47-inch wide shower, and it's very spacious in here. Lots and lots of room.
I'm noticing back here, this is something really cool. It has an appearance of like a floating look here. You've got the puck lighting, but then behind that, there's a gap and some indirect lighting. Just gives it a really unique feel. Yeah, is that something new?
This is something new for us. We wanted to build this soffit up to have lights both shining down on the countertop, but also give that indirect lighting and that rich high-end, kind of that floating look like you were just talking about back here in the bathroom area. And we think it turned out really well with the shadows of the right angle up there and everything. We think it looks pretty good.
Well, having this much headroom, you can get away with this. I think in other motorhomes with shorter ceilings, if they tried to leave a 5-inch gap, it just wouldn't work, but this just really turned out nice. Now, emergency egress window there, it looks like?
Yes, egress window is going to be back here. Have more storage here behind the toilet, and directly next to the toilet too, we have these nice sliding doors for extra toiletries and extra items that you may need to store in the restroom area here. Huge medicine cabinet in this area. Really, really nice. Tons of room for whatever you may need to store in here. And a nice big wide mirror too.
And plenty of countertop space to go with it as well.
And plenty of room to power whatever you may need back here in the bathroom area. Lots of nice countertop space for any toiletries, cosmetics, etc. Just lots and lots of room in here to store whatever you may need back in this area.
Now, I know a lot of you have been asking what this coach is like with the slide rooms in. I think you guys are going to be pleasantly surprised here. So, because that slide room isn't quite as deep, we still have so much space, especially with the taller slide rooms and no cabinets. We can easily get to the galley, easily get to the booth to have a meal while you're going down the road. I mean, I wouldn't say it's very narrow. I think larger people could easily, get through here, no problem, to your washer, dryer, your middle of the coach, and then of course your half bathroom. Now, to access the rear bathroom and the rear shower, you would want to put one of the slide rooms out at least, or climb over your bed, but still a very livable coach. I think if you were staying at a truck stop for the night, you could very comfortably camp in this coach the way it sits. Ryan, I really appreciate you showing us around and giving us a first look at the new ShowHauler Adventure line. Really exciting times. Now,
yes.
If someone wants to purchase this particular coach, is it available and what's the price?
This one is available at the Motor Coach store right now. You can just reach out to the Motor Coach store. MSRP on this coach is $965.
Yeah, you can get more information at themotorcoachstore.com. Great opportunity for someone currently available right now here at the Motor Coach store in Bradenton, Florida. But also too, if someone wants to order a new, in this floor plan or the bunk floor plan, is that something you can work with the Motor Coach store to, help someone choose all of their options and colors as well?
Absolutely. Yeah, we could just reach out to anyone that you know here at the Motor Coach store. They can get in touch with me, and I'd be happy to help you guys out.
Awesome. Well, Ryan, thank you very much for your time, sir. Appreciate you.
Thank you.
Also greatly appreciate all of you out there sharing and liking and subscribing. We hope you're all having a great day.